Hello guys and welcome back to Reloading Arsenal episode 7, and today we've got 2 cup games, and I think it's the Carabao Cup semi-final against Hull, and also we've got the FA Cup third round against Huddersfield as well, so they should be some pretty nice games. Since last time we have played Liverpool in the league and it was a very interesting game. We managed to win 1-0. I'll show you the goal, Pepe missing a penalty but then making up for it again 5 minutes later. We played very well in this game. Liverpool off form. They've lost 2 games in a row now, including our one, obviously. But yeah, we've played a pretty nice team. We played Nelson on this right-hand side. We brought on Pepe because he was very fatigued, and that sort of paved the way for us having a very nice game. Tierney with the ball in, Pepe with a beautiful volley, and look at that top left-hand corner. Really nice goal. So that was us. We outplayed Liverpool massively. 50% possession. Struggle with that one. And yeah, we just played very well. So yeah, a nice little few things going on here. We are in January, so I'll update you with the transfers in between the games. For the team selection, we're going to get straight into it, and we are going to play obviously against Hull. The team I'm going to play, so I like Pablo Mari. He's come in, he's done a very good job for us. Gabriel as well, he's been playing very well. Bellerin not so much, but he's a pretty big component to this side. Tierney as well. El Neni, Ceballos, Partey, Pepe, Saka and Lacazette. Pretty much your standard starting lineup at the moment. On the bench, Nketiah, Nelson, Joe Willock, Xhaka, Holding, Chambers and Runarsson. Pretty nice side. Willian as well, coming back to fitness. 45 minutes of action recommended, but he will be playing for the under-23s until he's fit as a fiddle again. But he won't get his place over Xhaka at the moment. We're going to play positively against Hull, just to see if we can try and get something from this. It is the magic of it's not the FA Cup, it's the Carabao Cup, so not so much magic going on. But we'll have to see how we can sort of fare against Hull. Hands together. It's all over to you now. Have a good one out there. And let's just send the assistant to this and get on with the match. Hull, we're looking good. I think that was our form then. I think we've won our last 5 games, which is very good. We've sort of found our way of playing. I quite like this formation we've got going on as well. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how things are going at the moment. As there's a highlight, 3 minutes in, Ceballos picks it up from the corner. He dishes it back across to Pepe, who plays it to Saka and he's hit the post. 3 minutes in. Whew, that was an interesting one, but the game's still wide open. It could be anyone's game still, so I'm not going to get too ahead of myself for now. Not going to try and get too ahead of myself at all. Pepe is looking a bit tired. He's suffered a pulled groin, but he should be able to play through it. I think in terms of that, a pulled groin's a pretty nasty one, and apparently he should be able to play through it, so I'll take the advice, and I'll take him off at half-time, just so he can play through half of football, try and keep the flow of the game going. Saka's taking it forward now. Saka takes a shot. It was miles wide. I'll probably have to improve his shooting, but Saka, for his stats, actually plays a lot better than you'd assume. He plays very good football, Saka, considering that he's not particularly great. In his stat, he's got great crossing, great dribbling, but other than that, there's nothing particularly great about him. His physicals are pretty good with his pace and agility, but other than that, yeah, as I said, nothing fantastic. Right, Pepe's having a fantastic game out there, but he will be taken off because we do need to make something of this game. Dressing room in here. Let's do the tactics first before we do, of course, talk to the team. Pepe's going to have to come off. He's not feeling it. Reece Nelson can come on. Who else isn't really having that great a game or that isn't that fit? I might keep it as it is, but Joe Willock will probably make an appearance, as well as probably Xhaka. But we'll have to see how that goes. We're playing pretty well. We've been the better team. Just keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to tell all of them as well. Outstretched arms. Pump fist, sorry. I'm looking forward to you making the difference. I know you're okay. Oh, no, there's a lot more to come from you. It's always a great one. So Reece Nelson replaces Nicolas Pepe. Let's see what we can do here. We've got a corner straight away. And Saka puts that on, I think it was Nelson's head, and it just goes wide. I need to try and fire up the team, if anything, actually. Fire up the lads. Let's see what we can get from this game. We're coming into the game quite late now. It's 82nd minute and Hull have a corner. Please, no. Just goes over the bar. We need to try and make something from this game. So we'll play with a lot higher tempo. We'll go a bit more direct now, standard play. Play for the set pieces, work the ball into the box, we'll counter on them, distribute it quick, go over the top. And I think that's pretty much all we can really do for now. Let's see if we can sort of get something from this late on. 88th minute now, they've only had 2 shots, Hull, but I mean, anything can really happen in these sort of games. Xhaka with the free kick, he plays it forward, and there's apparently been a penalty. Emmanuel has handballed the ball now. Pepe. Is it Pepe? No, Pepe's not in the box. It's El Neni. Come on, son. He's put it home. Reliable El Neni. Old reliable. That's what I'll call him. Old reliable El Neni. What a man. Has put that in the back of the net. I was dreading it being Pepe because he's missed a lot of penalties for us so far this season, but good old reliable El Neni has put that in the back of the net. We've got the goal that will take us through a nice little 1-0 win against Hull. We've dominated the game. It's just Hull, credit to them, have probably played a pretty good game. And there we have it. We have won the game. Pretty good display all around. Not great up front as ever. You can see that they've just been holding on that whole game. You've done it. You're in the final. Congratulations. The final of the Carabao Cup. We'll find out who we play next. Well, tomorrow, I assume. And yeah, I'll come back to you when we've found out. And also, just as I'm going into the next game, I'll talk through some of the transfers as well. Okay, you join me back where we are about to play Huddersfield. But the interesting news, if we type out in the Carabao, I'll show you the fixtures. Well, you can see it right there. The semi-final saw West Brom beat Chelsea 1-0. Matthias Pereira scored in the 64th minute, and Chelsea were beaten. A very strong Chelsea side, may I add, were beaten by West Brom, which means we're playing West Brom in the final. Now, this could be another chance to get a cup under our belt with Arsenal, which they've obviously had the FA Cup last year famously, but this would be a great chance for us to get even more. Willian with the 5 goals as a top goal scorer, which is weird considering he's been injured so long. But yeah, that's going to be an interesting one for us. We then go ahead into this Huddersfield game looking pretty good. I'll talk you through a few of the transfers that we're doing so far. I'll let you see what I'm thinking about anyway. Gianluigi Donnarumma is a player that if you can get him, you get him. He is listed for 52 million, believe it or not. Apparently he's refusing a new deal and short time left on his deal. I've put a bid in for the player now. If this isn't accepted, I will just be offering him a contract because he's open for a contract. He's hoping to leave the club in the near future. He's only really expecting Euro Cup football as well. So if we can sort of guarantee him Euro Cup football, it might be worth having a punt at him. His contract does run out this year, so I shouldn't really be paying as much as I am for him, but I've put in a 54 million bid, 15 million up front, I think add-ons going on throughout the years. But yeah, I can't, although Leno has been playing so well, I don't really want to pass up on Donnarumma. The next main play that you're probably going to think, why are you signing him now? This isn't a long-term save. Well, I never know. This could go on till Christmas, who knows? But this, Thiago Almada, for me, this is going to be a great little player for us. He looks really good already. I need a player that can play that sort of centre attacking mid role if I sort of switch up the systems a little bit. He'd be really good. He's got great technicals for a 19-year-old. Really good mentals for a 19-year-old. Great physicals. He's only going to cost us, 8 million, and that's not even up front. He's a nice little player. If we can get him through anyway with the new, because apparently England have left the EU now, it's going to be an interesting one. The other big player that I'm trying to get is Memphis Depay. Now, Memphis Depay has had bids from a lot of teams, you can see there, Chelsea, Inter Milan, Manchester City, but I've actually offered money for him. Now, this is a desperate grab. This is a desperate grab to get what can potentially be a game-changing left winger for us. A game-changing left winger. He's very, very good. I think he could be potentially what makes a team go that extra level. Saka's very good, but this is another player that can score a lot of goals for you. Having the likes of Depay on the left, Lacazette up front, and then Willian on the right, or Pepe on the right. He's really going to be Aubameyang's replacement, because I am thinking about getting rid of Aubameyang, basically. Another 2 players up the top here. Milik, I'm just trying to bring in as a backup striker for Lacazette, just because I need another striker. Just a little squad player. He's not only going to cost us like 3 million, I believe. Yeah, 3.4 million, 17 finishing, great little poacher. I think why not? He's got great physicals. He's only 26 as well, so a good few years of service out of Milik. And also Edouard. Now, Edouard was the other option to play on this left-hand side as an inverted winger coming inside forward on attack. He's not got the flair for it, but he's got pretty decent physicals. I thought his acceleration was a bit bigger than that, but he can also play up front. Now, whether or not I think of a long-term replacement for Lacazette, but I don't know why I'd do that yet, is a different thing. I've put in a bid for 25 million for him because he's a very good player, but look at the likes of the teams that are after him as well. if the transfer does go through, it'll be an interesting one to see how it goes. So yeah, now we're going to play Huddersfield away from home in the FA Cup. I think I'm just going to go balanced for this one. I'm going to play sort of a semi-rotated side. Danny Ceballos can come out. Nicolas Pepe needs to come off. Reece Nelson on. Nketiah up front. Thomas Partey can come off for Xhaka straight away. El Neni in there. Oh, that's a good point actually. Mr. El Neni. I need to change his name, of course. All reliable El Neni. There we go. Perfect. All reliable El Neni is in the CDM role. Kieran Tierney, I'll bring Callum Chambers on for Bellerin because his fitness isn't great. I'll bring Rob Holding on, let him have a game, as well as David Luiz. David Luiz has to play on that side. And then, who can replace Tierney? I think Maitland Miles might have a game out there, actually. See what he can do for us. So, yeah. Willian as well, I'll put him on the bench for Pepe just to see if he can get a bit of fitness going. Probably just 45 minutes, maybe bring him on at half time. That's pretty much what I'll do, as well as, in fact, I'll put Saliba on the bench. So that's for the next match only. Let's get into the game and see what we can do against Huddersfield. Here we go, we're lining up against Huddersfield, the Arsenal, the very informed Arsenal, and let's see what we can do against this side. But Arsenal, ourselves, we're in decent form. I'm hoping we can get something from this game. But as a fully rotated side, it might be a bit difficult, as Leno comes out with a great save there, actually. A play that could be leaving us very soon, as Leno distributes the ball out to Reece Nelson, who takes that very nicely as a first touch. Plays it through Nketiah, who just can't put that home, which is a shame. Shaping up to be a nice few players in this Arsenal rotation. Saka, Reece Nelson, Nketiah, nice few, Joe Willock. Nice few players who has a shot there, and it's a great shot. Yeah, he likes to have a little bit of a ping from outside the box, does Reece Nelson. Saka plays the ball back in now from the corner. Can we find a head? We can't. And the ball's played away out to Joe Willock. And it's gone out for a throw-in. Might have to go a bit more positive after the half, just to see how we can sort of get through this. One of their players has picked up a pretty harsh injury, so he's had to leave. Has he left the field? I believe he's left the field, and Benza. I believe he has. Yeah, he has. He's left the field. And now it's just up for us in the dressing room. I'm gonna point the finger at them. I'm not happy with the performance out there. We need to be playing a lot better than this, Arsenal. We need to be playing a lot better than this. We've just literally got to the final of Carabao Cup. We need to be playing a lot better. And I know this is the younger side and whatever, but I want to see a bit better from these sort of players. Well, we're gonna have to make a few changes here. Bring off Maitland Miles. I'll just bring on Bellerin to play that sort of role on that side. Saka's gonna come off. He's feeling the burn. I think I'll let Willian have a bit of a game on that right-hand side. And as well as that, out of form, Nketiah, it might be a case of bringing him off. But El Neni needs a rest, I believe. So I will be bringing him off. I'll put Thomas Partey in. I'll put Thomas Partey in to have a little bit of a game against Huddersfield. As we've got a highlight here, Iting plays it to Elphick. Elphick tries to play the ball forward. I think that's going to be intercepted. Rob Holding's there. Big Rob Holding. Plays it back to Bellerin now on this left-hand side. Not his preferred side, but he can still do a decent job there. Leno plays it out to Callum Chambers, who plays it to Reece Nelson, who plays it forward to Willock. Playing nice football here. Can we pull it back? Chambers, he's got a decent whip on him. Can't find anyone, and Reece Nelson picks it up. Xhaka, all reliable El Neni on the ball, plays it backwards to David Luiz. Can he pick out a decent pass here? Finds El Neni again, he pings it wide to Willian, who's on this left-hand side. Finds the overlap of Bellerin, two players that should be playing on the right-hand side, really. Can he find a good crossing Bellerin? He can't. And it looks like he's gone down for a penalty. And he has Willian on his return. Can he put one home? He does. He scored again. Every time he enters the pitch for this Arsenal side, Willian scores. It's a weird one. It's a weird one, but he does the business. Good old reliable. I can't call them good old reliable Williams. Willian with a great penalty there, puts it in that bottom left-hand corner, and we have got the goal we need against Huddersfield. Willian, can he find the ball? He doesn't. Rob Holding, and we're knocking it about quite nicely here, actually, is Reece Nelson's on his right-hand side. Can he find a decent cross? He finds Nketiah at the front post, and Nketiah, the link-up between Nelson and Nketiah is very nice. Really nice. I think these academy prospects coming through, I love this sort of philosophy of bringing players through the youth system. It's really good to me. I enjoy, as much as I'm not that big an Arsenal fan, I do like what they do with their youth. They're bringing through Saka and Nketiah, Reece Nelson, Maitland Miles. A lot of these players who they might just sell on for money. But I like how they bring them through alongside with how United do it. Obviously, the club that I support. Greenwood, potentially Rashford. A lot of these players coming through that are very good footballers. as Huddersfield are coming forward now. They seem to be a bit more aggressive coming forward. And they found a nice little ball there, but they just couldn't do anything with it. Rob Holding has intercepted it though, and Willian, he's now on the break. Let's see what we can do here. He's coming forward, he's got fresh legs. Nketiah's there now. And he just puts that wide of the post. But we're looking pretty good. 85th minute. We're probably just rolling into the end of the game here now. Just try and tidy things up, keep the ball as they have a free kick. This is going to be potentially pretty dooming for us as Rob Holding's got that every day of the week. And Willian, he's coming forward again. Can he take it? He takes it past 2 minutes. Will he slot it? Oh, I thought he might have played it to Nketiah there. Very selfish of himself there, but I bet he's gone for a second goal, which quite clearly he could have probably had there. But full time, 2-0 to Arsenal. Look at that. Look at that. Jeez. It sort of went up very fast there, the expected goals. Outstretched arms. Well done, lads. Great game today. And that is going to draw to an end this episode. I'm very happy with how we've done. Let's see if we've got any news in about any transfers before I do leave you. And yeah, I think we've played very well there. Oh, okay. There's no questions there. Clinical finishing for us. Send the assistant to there. And that's going to be the end of the episode. So, the next upcoming fixtures, we look at these. We have got City, Crystal Palace, the 4th round of the FA Cup, West Brom, Chelsea and Fulham. I think the games I'll bring you are the Chelsea and Fulham games because that would be the second to last day of the transfer window, I believe. So I should have all the transfers that have come into the side. So the next episode will literally be a transfer episode and two games on top of that. So probably quite a long episode. But yeah, Chelsea at home and then for the London derby, Fulham away, another derby in itself because they're from London. But yeah, I'll be playing these through a few games. We've got quite a difficult run of games through January, but we shall see how we do. So yeah, I shall catch you in the next episode. Ciao.